It's wonderful to meet you guys. Obviously, you know, when this project comes across your attention, I'm sure you see who's involved and you like jump at the chance to do it. But what was it about your individual characters that you found so intriguing?
Sarah seemed like a challenge to me.
Yeah.
She felt very specific, but she also didn't feel closely held to me. Like I didn't know quite who she was right away. And that felt like there would be a lot of opportunity for Edie and Jeannie to inform that I could really take on being like the third generation in this line of very cool, powerful ladies. But that I really kind of took the cues for Sarah off of them and was like, who is the granddaughter of this woman? Who is the daughter of this woman? To find her. And she's also like lives in extremes.
Yeah.
One of the things that I love about acting so much is that you can live to the fullest like intensity and capacity, and you're not allowed to do that often in polite society. So I really loved that Sarah didn't care
Yeah.
about that at all and could live to the outermost range of her emotion. That was so fun to play.
Charlie, what about you?
For me, yeah, I mean, aside from the cast, which is obviously amazing, I was on like one hand, I do understand Mark. I know people like Mark. But on the other hand, it's like exciting to play sort of an unpredictable character. Maybe this is something that I'm only thinking about now, and I was not thinking about during shooting. But like there was something exciting about playing a character who is a little aimless, who doesn't know who he is, and who is probably a little impulsive.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit.
Just
And not having much of a center with your character could be scary, but that's also exciting. And I think, I don't know what Kayli said, I just tried to sort of like fit in the chemistry of the movie based on like what Edie was doing and building our relationship together. Yeah.
This is also not your first time working with Edie, Charlie. In fact, I just talked to your director, Brendan Walsh, and he said that she recommended you for this film. What was it like to work with her again?
It was incredible. I got to work with her much more intimately on this than I did on the other film that we did. But yeah, Edie and Edie had my sister was on. My sister used to act, and she was on Nurse Jackie for the first year. So my family has like known Edie for a while, and she's just always been the best and like is the most unpretentious, calming force on set. And yeah, no, it's a dream. If I could work, if Edie could be in every job that I did, I would be a happy boy.
Same.
Kayli, one thing I loved about this movie that you've already kind of touched upon was that you have these three generations of women that all feel like matriarchs in their own right, actually. And the chemistry between you and Edie and Jeannie Berlin just feels so real and lived in. Talk to me about forming that bond and filming those ice cream scenes.
I loved the ice cream scene days so much. I think it's when I felt the most like I was pinching myself so much just because Jeannie had to tell me that story I don't know how many times, and I never got tired of hearing it. Normally as an actor, you know, there's some times where you hear the same speech over and over again and you're really going down to the well to find something new and to try to pretend you haven't heard this. Never had to reach for anything because she is a joy to be on screen with, and I've looked up to both of them for a very long time. So that piece of it you don't have to do too much acting about the admiration and love for them. That familial piece is there. And, I'm a little competitive. I want to hold my own. I want to do my best, and I want to impress Edie and Jeannie. Like that is the people pleaser in me is like, I want Edie to go recommend me for something in the future, which I'm not at all shocked she did that with Charlie, because that's the type of gal she is. But I want Edie and Jeannie to walk away having the experience that I'm having on the other side of them. I want them to be getting just as much from me. And so that's always like the little competitive driver is like, I hope Jeannie Berlin likes me.
I'm sure that they will do that, by the way. There's no way that they wouldn't. Charlie, in another movie, your characters like compulsive lying and drug recovery would be center stage in that drama, and it would be a drama all its own. Talk to me about finding the humor in that character.
Well, I don't think I can take credit. A lot of it was just on the page already. It's a comedy, and I think also someone who's in that situation is trying to laugh it off in the moment and trying to, there's like, if people are upset at you, if you can make them laugh at what's going on, it almost sort of lets you off the hook in a way. So I think that's an okay way to think about it. But it wasn't hard to find the comedy, just working with Brendan and him allowing improv and working with Edie and Kayli and Jeannie. It seemed easy.
I would love a spin-off, whether that's like a sitcom or a film of just Sarah lovingly tormenting Eugene as they kind of raise a baby together. My favorite scene is when Jack Mulhern is talking to Edie Falco and talking about, actually, I'm not super attracted to her right now, but I feel like I have no choice. How did that chemistry come about? Because I think a lot of people are going to be so taken with the two of you guys.
I loved Jack so much. He's such a lovely person and so open and really keen to play. Brendan asked a lot of us to be like open and willing to do improvisation. And that's something that I've not been asked to do this amount previously. And sometimes it would just be like, Brendan was like, been a tough morning, make me laugh. And that was the whole thing. So I think I realized early on that Eugene for Sarah is like the easiest source of comedy is through Eugene. So I really appreciate that Jack let me tease him incessantly, and also would take any improv that I shot his way. Like there was every single take during one of them, I would tell him something else I wanted him to go get me from the store. And like I could just see it on his face that he had no clue what I was going to say and was so willing to accept it.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Do you guys have a favorite moment from set that you guys love? I mean, you've mentioned a few, but or a favorite line that you improved? You guys brought up improv a lot.
I don't remember which are mine and what's Jim's brilliance, really. It all kind of melts together. We've been saying, I think that it is true that when you got all four of us together, Jeannie, Edie, myself, and Charlie together for the first night, that was like a night shoot, and it was so fun. And I have really fond memories. Jesse Eisenberg came to set that night, and we were shooting the breeze in between takes. That night really, I think, sticks in my mind the best of everything. Is
that the jail scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The jail scene.
Charlie, what about you? Same thing?
I have same answer. That was kind of when everything sort of came together, and was when I was, in terms of filming the movie, like with a part of the family for the first time, and we got to improv a ton, and the way they shot it was fun and loose, and Kayli got to slap me, and Yeah, that day was definitely a highlight.
Not a lot of people would say that after being slapped, but you know, that's cool. I'm sure you guys are getting this question a lot, but I do have to ask, you know, this is not the only film that you guys have together coming out this year. You also have the much anticipated Bob Dylan biopic, A Complete Unknown, coming out in December. Kayli, you're playing Maria Muldaur, and Charlie, you're playing Dylan's organist Al Cooper. Did you guys like see each other on that set? I assume that was filmed after this, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you guys like get to like reminisce a little bit about this film?
Yeah, we had a nice little reunion.
Yeah, we did. Nice
We
little
crossed
dinner.
paths a little bit.
Yeah, Cape May, New Jersey, and a long night of shooting that was made so much more fun when you're popping onto a set. Like it's very, there's so many people and you just want to like get in, get out, and having like a pal be there, having someone feel so comfortable and close with just made me have a great time that night. Like it was rainy and I had no shoes on, and like that could have been a drag, but like I don't remember it being a drag. I just remember laughing a lot with some nice lads. And I think the fact that Charlie had already been there, like he just sort of pulled me right into the action, which was a blessing.
No, it was great.
Last question. What are you guys excited for audiences to see when that releases upcoming in December?
I'm excited to see it. I mean, there's so much that I wasn't there to shoot. So when that happens as an actor, like I know the kind of filmmaker Mangold is, and I know the set that I walked on, and I just can't wait to see it, because the attention to detail as we were walking around the Greenwich Village sets, I just kept thinking like, what a beautiful movie this is gonna turn out to be.
It's gonna look really beautiful, and there's so much that I have no idea how they did it. I wasn't on it for that long, but Jim Mangold is like a master and very intentional, and it obviously looks beautiful. There's the trailer. I just can't wait for it to come out.
We know as much as you do.
Fair. You guys, thank you so much for chatting with me. It's been delightful.
Thanks.
Thanks for checking out the show. If you like what we're laying down, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell to receive notifications for all of our latest stuff.